Morning, everyone. Anthony, Wall Street Trader, 11:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on January 17, 2023. This is not financial advice, it's educational. Click the subscribe, the bell, share the video, click the thumbs up. Intraday updates on Twitter at Wall Street Tra 12. Let's move forward. If you have any other cryptos or stocks you want covered on the next video, please add them in the comments below. Slightly backlogged. I got a few I'm going to do over the next several hours, so stay tuned on that. In the meantime, let's go over to Singularity. Clearly, some significant uptick overnight. Actually hitting around 22 cents, 22 and a half cents. We're at 20. We pulled back 10% since the spike, pulled back a little bit. Probably, I've seen a bunch of cryptos out there starting to pump a little bit, probably on the back of the crypto Davos conventions being held in somewhere in the Netherlands. So some good news on SingularityNet. We've seen a nice little run up, pulling back a little bit. Support still at 17 cents, which is about 15% or so from where we're at right now. Now, the key here is to get through this line of resistance. We've had this out there for a while, since the last video, actually, a few days back. We didn't quite make it up yet to 24. I think ultimately we could potentially get up to 30 cents from where we're at right now. It's close to 50% uptick, but we do have some downside risk right over here. Now, if you are, I think this is a point below here where you might want to put a sell, a stop loss order, just given the volatility in cryptos generally speaking. Now let's go over to AGIX, to Bitcoin. This is the other pair I look at, and this is really the inner strength of Singularity. Now, the way I look at things is I don't just look at my local currency version. I live in the States, so I use US dollar. You have to look at the index of crypto land, which is Bitcoin. And if you look at this, Singularity Net to Bitcoin, you could also look at the Bitcoin index itself, or Bitcoin itself, which is what I consider the benchmark. Now, when you multiply the inner strength, which is Singularity to Bitcoin, and you multiply Bitcoin itself in your local currency, you'll come back to your Singularity Net to your local currency, in my case, US dollar. Mathematically, this all works out at the bottom. It's nice because we get to see what's going on here and what's going on here and decouple it to make a better decision. In the meantime, we're going to go over to the inner strength. That is Singularity Net to Bitcoin, and we did hit up here at around 1080 and have since pulled back. So, we have to see a little bit more how this plays out here, but right now it looks like we're going to have a little bit of thick resistance around 1080, and as time goes on, the resistance line will get harder and harder to achieve. So it's around 1258, which is where these two kind of cross, these two resistance areas. So we have to be a little mindful of upcoming resistance. Right now we're at 978, so this is a good 30 some odd percent from now. Now we do have downside risk, obviously, all the way down here, which is where we are looking for potential downside risk, and that could come down as far as 719. It's 20% or so below us. So keep your eye on that. In the meantime, let's go over to Bitcoin itself. Looks like we're hitting an ascending wedge here, which could be slightly bearish. So I'm a little concerned here as well, in the sense that if we start coming down, we can come down. We can come down. I don't think we're going to see a complete drop, but if we come down, we could come down, marginally here and there. So I don't see much activity on Bitcoin in the very near term, but I think overall, if you're day trading this stuff, you just have to watch out. There is support at 17 cents, but there is resistance and thick resistance ahead at 30. Anyway, pretty much done with the video. If you have any comments, please paste them below. Take care.